Hey guys, got something cool. This is a Cypher Lock. These were patented in 1961 and saw a lot of use in the 70s and 80s at government buildings in the US. And it's actually a really cool design. It's got a series of 2-position rocker switches in here, and they're connected to this control box here. And as you can possibly see, the leads are numbered. So they correspond with the code you want to set. This one I have set for 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see there, you plug in the respective numbered lead to what you want the first, second, third, fourth digit to be, and then the ones down below are put in randomly. And you'll see why in a minute. These are all the unused ones that go down here. And then we have output for an electronic strike, as well as other options, which are detailed in the manual. It outputs AC or DC, 6, 12, and 24 volts. So over here, we have the voltmeter hooked up. I will move this closer so we can see it. And we're going to enter in the code. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might have heard it click. And now it's outputting 35 volts. Almost 36. The time it stays open and the penalty time are set by these little rheostats. And you can see it's dropped back down to regular. Now, if you don't do it fast enough, I don't know how slow is slow. That still worked. Okay. But I'll show you what else happens if you enter in the wrong code. So the higher you set this penalty time, obviously the longer it'll make you wait before you can try again. So we're going to do 1. Obviously that didn't work. Now we're going to try the regular code. No click on the relay and no 38 volts. So it's going to make you wait a while. So, kind of neat. Got a little key here, C1284. The eBay listings all look like they take the same key, which no surprise there, but it does have a spot for a padlock, so that's kind of cool. This would go on the secure side of the building in the protected area, and then this keypad would be on the outside with this long cable. I would imagine a lot of these boxes would have been hidden up in a drop ceiling out of sight. But it was relatively easy to change the code. The only downfall is there's only one code. It's not like newer systems now where you can have, hundreds of thousands of user codes, and if someone leaves, you just delete their code out of the system. If someone left that you didn't want to have the code, you had to change it for everyone. So, but let's get to the patent real quick. This is really cool, how simple this device is. Now, as you can see, it's riveted shut. So I'm probably not going to drill it open since it does work, but I'm guessing it's probably one of these designs, and these are different layouts. Here's the patent number if you want to look it up and read it. So they all are fairly similar. This one uses transistors, but these first 2 ones just use resistors, capacitors, and some diodes, and relay and transformers. But what's interesting is, so here's your AC source. So it's all the switches and stuff are working on 120 volts, according to this. And your AC source comes in. It's rectified crudely by a diode, so you've got pulsing DC. Whenever you activate the switch, it charges this capacitor. Whenever you release the switch, it's connected over here. Now it's got these bleed down resistors, so if you wait too long, it will discharge. Whenever you activate the next switch, this capacitor charges this one. Now obviously with the resistors bleeding off voltage, it's going to be a little less each time. So on and so forth. until the very last one, the capacitor dumps voltage into the relay and activates it. Now, the switches hooked up on this bottom row here do something interesting. That's these ones here. Whenever these are triggered, it discharges this capacitor here, which is the output for the strike. The number 10 is supposed to be the strike that you'd be using. And this is a different embodiment of it, but it's the same principle. You're just transferring charge through a series of capacitors, and if you do it in the wrong order, 1, 2, 3, and 4 correlate to these up here. And regardless of, determined by what order you plug them in. But it's just basically transferring charge between the capacitors until you get to the end, if you do it in the correct sequence. So the only way that I could, in theory, see how to bypass one of these, or how to beat one, would be to put UV powder on the switches and then see, after someone has used it, see what numbers they push with a UV light, what ones are smudged, and then figure it out from there. And you'd have to come back, and try one, and if that didn't work, try again, because order is important. Here, I'll go backwards, and you'll see that did not output the right voltage. But I thought that was kind of cool. Piece of Cold War security tech that probably don't see a lot anymore, just because limited use with, as far as multiple users being able to have unique codes. But for its time, that was pretty advanced. So hope you enjoyed that. And here's the info. It's a SX-A12, I guess. There's a Model S, and then there's an SX. And you can also find the instructions for them. Apparently they're still made. Continental Instruments was bought out by NAPCO, I believe. They make alarm systems. And apparently they still make them, from what I've been able to tell. There's still companies online selling them. Now, whether they actually have any in stock is anyone's guess, but they may still be made. So, kind of neat. Thanks for watching.